Sorry if I smell like shit, guys. I still can't smell or taste.
I am back. Fuck.
Maybe we let him out of the fucking bunker.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that you lasted that long.
Yeah, what did you eat?
I don't want to talk about it.
The only thing that was here was cans of expired Cheese Whiz.
Look.
Yeah.
I found some Doritos in the back on the shelf. It was not my proudest moment, but
I mean, surviving off Doritos doesn't sound.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
I mean, like,
yeah, we get forgetting those are the Doritos I pee in regularly.
Yeah. So that explains why it tasted like a piss soup in the bag.
I was gonna say, so it's like a walking taco.
Yeah, basically.
Broth.
Yeah. Oh my god!
It was like a walking stew.
Made some broth.
Dude.
You guys never had Doritos stew before? Like, what the fuck, man?
You've never had Doritos piss stew.
Doritos stew, is that the name of the guy who made Doritos?
Doritos stew.
I think it's not Stuart Doritos.
Stuart Doritos.
No, it's not Stuart Doritos. Doritos was his first name.
Yeah, he's from Guacamole.
That's not a
country.
You know what? No. He's from Guacamole.
Yeah, Guacamole.
Stuart Doritos from Guacamole. Was it Doritos Stewart?
It was Doritos Stewart.
You know what? The Doritos, whenever I was growing up and I was like I always see these in like the 90s kids. They had guacamole flavored Doritos, and I fucking loved them when I was little.
I don't like guacamole.
Never heard of that.
Honestly.
And I'm also with Jesse. I do not like guacamole.
I like it. It's really
I tried
tangy.
guac once, and I was like, what the fuck? I thought avocados were supposed to be good.
It is. It's tangy. It's yummy. Get the
It's yummy!
It's green. I'm all about that green stuff. Sometimes.
On occasion. When the green stuff is good.
When the green is good, the green is good.
The green do be good.
You know what's bad is that because you're the one saying this, I'm racking my brain trying to think of how green translates to pussy.
You should be thinking how it translates to weed. Because I smoke more weed than I get pussy.
Can that be the name of your autobiography?
No,
I smoke more weed than I get pussy.
We have already went over this. My autobiography is called "Who Cares If the Cum Towel Smells Like Bong Water."
Okay. Who cares if the cum towel smells? Oh,
which is something I've said.
Holy
that's
shit!
A quote from my mouth.
That's great.
I'm
so happy.
This brings me serotonin.
Is that a 20-pound weight about to fall on your fucking foot?
Yeah, it's
just a fucking time.
Is that the crunchy your Pete's?
Oh, Tim, how's your hand, by the way?
Oh man!
Oh yeah, I forgot you
get me fucking started on that.
Fuck my nose.
Oh yeah, shit, I didn't even know that. I forgot.
So I work at Little Caesars, and I don't know if like every Little Caesars is the same, but those of you that work at Little Caesars, the dough machine, it's just this big fucking metal fucking contraption. You put the water in. It has like a blade.
It's like what, the VCM?
It is a glorified industrial-sized blender.
Is VCM the
I don't
thing on
remember.
the sheets?
Yeah, I don't know though.
What?
But anyway,
like the cleaning sheets. Is it VCM?
You can untighten it. You can tip it over and get the dough out, but you have to open the big metal fucking lid. So I'm grabbing everything out of it, and I put it in a pan, and then all the weight from it makes it launch back up, and my fingers are still like holding onto it, and the lid just slams right on my fingers, and I'm like,
I literally
get up and I have to like pull my hand, like lift the lid up and pull my hand out, and yeah.
I literally thought about the idea.
My fingers were swelled. Like if I would like put my hands out, you could see like the fluid like build up because of the blood.
You cook sausages on your hands, love.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
But they were fucking. It hurt. I tried to crack my knuckles, but I just couldn't.
I literally thought about that exact scenario happening in my head today while doing dough. Dude, it started to tip up just a little bit, and I was like, oh, that goes up all the way. The thing will fall, and that thing's heavy. I'll smash my fingers, and I'll cry.
You know, it's happened to a few other people, too, and I'm like, I don't want that. I refuse to... I hold the lid down while I'm pulling the stuff out, and when I just let it go to go up.
Well, I just realized you can, when it's tipped over, you can retighten it.
Yeah.
So it holds itself down. Like, I just realized that today.
That's a little excessive, but...
I don't know. Tim broke his fingers. Is it really excessive?
You could just... you could just hold the lid down with one hand and fish the dough out with the other, and then just let it go to go up.
I don't know. I feel like...
No fingies inside.
I feel like my method is safer. Because I don't have to put my hand anywhere near the lid.
I feel like you're misunderstanding how...
Well, I feel like you're hysterical because you've been locked in a bunker for at least a week. And you think that you're smart enough to understand how the outside world functions.
Dude, have you even seen the news? People be storming.
Dude, Pete,
it's a good thing we're safe here in bunker.
Okay. It's funny you say that.
Hold on, I just realized I like that the canon is that we left Jesse in the bunker, which implies that we're no longer in the bunker. But now we've let Jesse out of the bunker, so now technically none of us are in the bunker.
No,
we're in the bunker.
Are we just in another bunker?
Yeah, no, there's just double bunks.
No.
Dante's Inferno
Connor,
level
skin
skunk
melting away.
bunkers.
No, I think I have like a zit under my tattoo.
That's
Is that
rough.
a thing that can even happen?
I get
Pretty
them
sure.
on my tattoo sometimes.
That's so fucking weird.
I was trying to get a little bit of weed before the skunk bunker. I was on my way to get it, and I don't ever pick up weed from my dealer. He's normally mobile. He normally drops it off on my house. This is literally literally the one time he's like, "Yo, just come get it from me. I'm busy." And I'm like, "All right." I go, and there's only one way to get to his house, one street. There's no other street that leads to his house. Like 4 minutes before I left my house, someone in my neighborhood shot at a cop car right on that street that goes to his house.
Oh my god.
That's unfortunate.
So when I went down there to get weed, there was like 50 cop cars.
You were like,
Yeah, and like some of them are like kind of near his house, and I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, because you're just going to be walking up to this house and grabbing
I couldn't get to his house. The cop cars were blocking the street.
Did you, at the time, did you know that's why the cop cars are there? Or
No, I didn't know.
So did it go through your mind that they just busted your weed dealer?
Yeah, I was like, for a minute I was like, I think he's done. Like, this is fucked. Like I have messages on my phone, like I'm on my way. Like, shit.
Goodbye.
Yeah, so I go home, I message him, I'm like, I can't fucking make it right now, my bad, dude. And I look on there's a Facebook group for like news in my neighborhood, and like I look on it and it's like, some fucking kid just shot at a cop car, holy shit, there's helicopters, there's police cars, oh my god.
Could you imagine if he posted a picture of him like on surprise, like the car, you can see like the lights on in the back. he takes a picture of.
He's got like all of his shit just in the window. He's like,
he has the Snapchat dog filter on. he's like, not much, how about you, babe?
oh god.
Oh my god.
Just the Snapchat dog filled down. The fucking police lights on in the back.
Yeah, you see the spotlight, he's sitting there driving with his fucking hand in he has fucking hands on his chin doing the face.
The fuck boy thing.
Yeah, with the snapback face.
Oh my god.
There's an ad that pops up every so often while I am watching pornographic material. If I can remember the place, and you can bleep this out if you want, I'll leave it up to you, but the site is Jerkmate.
Yeah.
And the ad is like, it just has the tagline of, it's like TikTok, but with porn. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean by that? And it's just, the little clips are like, girls just like fucking playing with themselves and dancing naked and shit, but all of them have like Snapchat filters put on them. So, like, one girl's, like, fingering herself, and then her head turns into, like, the weird, big anime eyes head. And I'm just like, what the fuck's happening? The weirdest one is the one that starts it off, and it's just a hand that reaches down to like a fucking pussy and flicks the fucking clitoris, and it fucking winds back and forth like one of those doorstop springs, and it just goes.
Do you have that? Can I see that? Can you send it to me?
I don't have the video. I've just seen this ad like everywhere. If I find it again, I'll just
screen record it.
Yeah, I'll involve you finding out the porn that I'm watching at that time.
Pretty sick, not gonna lie.
Oh, you know what? This actually works really well for a transition to one of the subtopics I had on my phone. And it's the one we talked about a minute ago.
Fucking guy.
Meat and fuck.
Meat and fuck.
Yeah, meat and fuck.
We were just having a big meat and fuck talk.
So, how many meat and fuck games have you beat, Tim?
Leave a comment if you want to see Skunk Bunker play meat and fuck.
Tim's over here not knowing what the fuck a meat and fuck game is.
Well, honestly, I can fully believe that because I knew Tim in like the era that would still be like regular things to do, and Tim didn't have access to a computer.
That's fair.
That was Ted's computer. I don't think Tim's masturbating in the computer room.
Hey, you don't know Tim's life.
No, dude, I did.
You did?
I did.
Dude,
I'd be too scared someone would come home at that point.
Fast I figured out how to click on the scissoring. I knew it at that.
This guy. Yeah, how many times did you come on that globe?
That wasn't there.
Yeah, no, it looked entirely different.
My favorite thing I've ever referenced from the past is how whenever you're watching like porn late at night, like in the 90s, and then like you have like cartoons saved under the last button on the remote.
Okay, here's a
And when
question.
someone walks in, you press last real quick and be like, no, I'm watching fucking Peppa Pig, fuck you.
I'm watching Peppa Pig, it just sounds like sex.
Yeah, I'm not watching HBO after dark, fuck you.
Wow, that's repressed memories is like HBO on demand and shit.
Yeah.
Here's a fun Skunk Bunker story.
Skunk trivia.
One time, it was like, I want to say it was like a Sunday before school, or not like obviously, but like a Sunday night. When I lived with my mom, I was watching a movie in her room on her TV. And then I went to go watch the same movie on her TV the next morning, and then it was just porn. I was like, oh!
You're like, oh.
I was like, I just wanted to watch Looney Tunes back in action. Finish my movie.
Mom was flicking her bean again. Mom
was fucking.
She was schlicking the midnight hour.
I hate everything about this. I am 10 years old.
Have you guys ever... I know, Tim, I know you technically have, because we just kind of established computer room. But for Hunter and Jesse, did you guys have a family computer you watched porn on?
Yeah.
No, I had my own laptop from pretty early age.
Okay.
Somebody's privileged.
Yeah, kind of funny.
So then this is a question for Tim and Hunter more. Did they ever find your search history and come talk to you? Oh, wait, I just remembered one of that.
Well, mine was the, this story's on Skunk Bunker. It's the, I had the How to Basic video. Whenever I was watching a How to Basic video called How to Be Gay. I'll give a short rundown. If you guys don't know what How to Basic is, go Google How to Basic real quick, or YouTube it, watch it.
Watch 2 videos, you'll know.
Click 2-3 videos, you'll know. And there's one of his videos specifically titled How to Be Gay. My parents didn't want to watch this 2-minute long video. Instead, they called me crying their eyes out when I was at school, demanding to know if I was gay, because I watched a video How to Be Gay. And then they grounded me and took my phone and my Xbox away, because I watched an entertainment video. It's not even about homosexuality. The dude
like throws an egg and shit. Like,
he has like a Ken doll, and it's like fucking a burger bun or something, and he like throws it into a frying pan. He's like, ah! And like that's like the end of the video. And I got grounded for that.
How long were you grounded?
Like 2 weeks.
Dude,
Yeah, they weren't.
Did you try showing it to them? Were you like, look?
I told them, I was like, watch it, and they're like, no, I'm not. We're not watching that now.
Okay.
Just don't.
The reason I brought this up is because I had 2 instances that are very funny to me, at least,
Ew.
of your of finding internet search history. Now, I understood what internet search history was before my parents did. However, I didn't think about the fact that they could find it and look at it. I had been using it to go back to the porn that I liked. So in my mind, it was like, I'm bookmarking this for later, and no one knows.
Yeah. One day, someone knows.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. A fair chunk of those bookmarks, if you will, were meat and fuck.
Yeah.
Now, granted to my parents, just at the time, there was no part of my brain that was like, I should be embarrassed this is a cartoon, because I didn't know that was a thing you should be embarrassed about.
Me too. Yeah, my parents kind of
Hold on.
did the same thing.
They looked at this, and they didn't watch it. They didn't click on it to see what it was. They just read the title Meat and Fuck, and came to me and were like, you can't be going on those sites, because people can find out where you are on those sites. And I was sitting there like, the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
They're like, you can't be telling people, you can't be looking at these meetup things. And I'm like, wait. It took me so long because I didn't know what they meant to realize.
It was like
They thought it was like a Craigslist style thing that their fucking like 14-year-old son at the time had just been contacting hookups.
Going out and fucking.
When I figured this out, I was so in my mind. I was so frantic, like, oh, I need to make sure they know. Yeah, I'm not trying to talk to real people here. It's just a cartoon.
I'm just watching.
So
the cartoon.
did you tell them?
No, they wouldn't. They didn't listen to me. But like now, thinking of it,
Are you
I'm
glad
so
they didn't?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'd much rather them have thought that I had the confidence to talk to adult women as opposed to I'm sitting
As a
by
14-year-old.
Yeah, as opposed to I'm sitting by myself doing fucking conversation scenarios to fuck the girl in the car across the street.
None of which are actually, like, plausible social scenarios.
Oh, the fucking Starship is another hilarious one. It's the dumbest fucking thing. You're the last man in space, and you thaw out and fuck the crew of a starship until they're like, yes, you are our king now.
And this has been Meat and Fuck Synopsis with Connor almost disclosed his last name on the internet.
Yeah, don't dox me. For the love of God, don't dox me at that point.
his last name's Shamsy. Connor Shamsy.
Connor Seamus Shamsy.
Some guy's gonna be named that and just have an awful day with people asking him what the best meat and fuck is.
I had a dream one time that
Killed it.
yeah, I had a dream at the end.
Alright, king.
I had a dream one time, and I didn't remember the dream, but I had a dream one time that, no, actually the other way around.
One time you had a dream?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, one time I was awake. One time I was dreaming. One time I had a dream that I found a $4 bill in my safe at work. And I was like, that's like the extent of the dream, was I found a
Like, that was the dream you went to sleep.
I stopped because Connor's over next to me like, huh.
Melting.
Connor's fucking dying.
The fruit snacks are like really getting in there.
No, I just love the idea that that's the whole dream is like you just go into the office at work, you go into the safe, it's a $4 bill, you wake up.
Yeah, essentially, there's nothing else to the dream that I remember. But
do you know like who was on the bill?
No. It was just I just saw it and I was like, oh shit, $4 bill.
Oh shit, love.
But I only remembered this dream because the next day I completely forgot about this dream. I only remember because Limp Bizkit has an album called $3 Bill, y'all. And I saw the Limp Bizkit album called $3 Bill, y'all, and I was like, oh shit, I had a dream. $4 bill. So there's a $1 bill, $2 bill, there's a $3 bill, y'all, and in my dream there's a fucking $4 bill.
There's a $5 bill.
I'm gonna start a new economy system.
Don't get
1,
crazy
2, 3, 4,
there.
$5 bills. All right, now I can cross that off my skunk list.
Well, I only did half of what the one point of it was
people
finding
really
internet.
be out there having sex dreams, and you're like, I found a $4.
Dude, you're telling me.
Listen, sex stream is another thing that
people be like, I watched myself sleep. I had sleep paralysis, and then I fucking flew around the world, and then I had a really crazy dream where I was stuck in high school, and I'm like, I found a $4 bill.
I had a dream once that I navigated a starship, but I was stuck in the form of a box. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it other than that. Like, physically, I'm just a cube, and I'm just moving around on one of those, like, carts.
Sounds like DMT.
I'm moving around on one of those carts that they used to put the projectors on in school. You know
He's
what I'm
just
talking
playing
about?
Minecraft Prop Hunt in his dreams.
Yeah, he's
Pretty
doing
much.
prop hunt.
Pretty much.
I want to see someone with a crowbar go and start beating box until it bleeds.
I think the part to me that's always been so weird is not that, like, this happened in a dream, but that, like, it happens in the dream, like, I get turned into the box, and I just immediately accept it as just, like, yeah, this is fine, this is plausible, makes sense.
This happens from time to time.
The other part of finding internet history is, and this is the one that makes me truly uncomfortable, is I got on one day, and since I was treating the history like bookmarks, I was also, like, watching Dragon Ball Z, and so that would be, I just click on the episode I was on yesterday and watch from there. I went to do that, and it was porn. Like, there was, like, 3 searches of, like, very specific porn, and I was looking at it, and I remember thinking to myself, like, I didn't watch this. The fuck?
It's at 112.
Nice.
Going up.
But I looked at it and I was just like, I didn't watch this. What the fuck's happening? And I clicked on it, and it's just a video titled "Woman Gets Taken by Guys on a Pool Table." And I don't think I watched the whole thing, but I remember, like, her sitting on the pool table, and then just, like, 4 or 5 guys just, like, come into frame from outside of, like, the visual of the camera, and thinking, the fuck is going on? I just watch girl get fucked. What the hell is happening?
Girl have sex.
I realized,
Girl die.
like, an hour later, I had just found my dad's porn search history. And I was so fucking uncomfortable knowing what my father had searched, and that it was woman gets taken on
On a pool table? Like,
You guys remember Gaia Online?
okay.
Gaia on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. What was Gaia on?
So think Club Penguin, but
anime.
You can make a little anime avatar.
I think.
And you
know
can,
what
like,
it's called.
create a little
I more only know it because I've watched a video. One of the YouTubers I watched did a video about it fairly recently.
I thought that shit was so sick, and I had the sickest character, and I had, like, dark bleeding eyes and, like, a big cape, and it was, like, super awesome, and I had a really cool time. But I was a young, edgy kid who didn't have any real friends in real life. So anytime I wanted to express myself, I would just I would just, you could, like, do these little community posts on Gaia, and you could, like, see what your friends. It's kind of like a Facebook, like a status. You just type something, it'll post. All your friends can see it whenever they're at, like, their main page. And one time I posted, like, a paragraph long thing about, like, how I just, like, watched my first gay porn. And, like, I gave, like, an in-depth analysis about it, and, like, what I thought about it. I was like, it might be gay now. Alright, bye.
Peace out, guys.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, me and Yumi were on it for a while.
I think we went on it. I know we went on Omegle a couple times.
Oh, man,
we shouldn't
Omegle.
That
Omegle's just PTSD.
Yeah, that was pretty.
I spent a fucking lot of time on Omegle in high school, like early high school.
Yeah.
There's some creepy stuff that happened to us.
I dated a girl from Omegle one time for a couple months, like a long distance relationship, and she had a very hairy pussy. Jesse just gave me, like, the coldest, hardest stare into the back of my head, just through my eyes, staring at the back of my head.
Hold on. Why was the Gaia Online story too far? But just, she got a hairy pussy. Is just no problem there. Why are these your priorities?
You know what? You're right.
Yeah, you're like, I gotta block out Gaia.
I thought you were gonna tell me like a terrorist thing you said or something, not just.
I was gonna get much more in depth with the Gaia thing at first, and then I was like, I'm gonna cut back some of the actual details I said.
Were you gonna go in the whole rant? Give us what you remember from your rant.
Oh, okay. Well, why I transitioned to that was because the gay porn that I watched specifically was two dudes fucking on a pool table, which is what you said was the dude.
It was a fucking
a bunch of guys fucking a girl on a pool table.
I think the same thing now that I thought then is a pool table isn't comfortable. That doesn't make any sense.
And well, that's
dude,
what I
and it's so
thought.
fun. Like you're gonna
You're gonna.
That's what I thought. because
like.
The dude was like face
like-
down, ass up on the pool table, and I was like, "Doesn't that felt hurt your cheek or something? Like, doesn't that poison that table a little coarse?"
Comfortable to fuck on a pool table. 0 out of 10.
Like, you're getting your face pounded into that. It's not good. It's like turf
It's
for
gonna
a
fucking,
soccer
yeah, it's
field.
gonna like burn your face.
Hey
Fucking.
Jimmy, what's
put you on
Skunk Bunker
shingles
about?
up.
Well, they like to talk about porn a lot.
Especially the gay kind.
They like talking about gay porn on that Skunk Bunker.
Babe, have you consumed your daily bunker?
I know you guys only talk about other YouTubers, but the Corey on Only Plays when he was talking about how he experimented by sticking a rod in his ass and he used a garbage bag as a condom. That makes me laugh so hard.
I've told you the one he said on Sleepy Cabin, right?
Basically,
he's like, yeah, I set one of those things that you put a whole bunch of CDs on, a little CD tray.
yeah, that's what it was.
Man.
Yeah, I sit there, I sat on it, and just like spun around.
Like a fucking sit and spin. God damn.
Spun around on it.
My favorite part.
Like that's not like Forker and
I think he was joking, but no one acknowledged it.
Oh.
It's fucking, when I was listening to Sleepy Cabin, it was like the first time you hear this shit, it's hysterical. I was working a cleaning job with Tim when I was listening to Sleepy Cabin. And so I'd just be by myself in the back of an office building with my headphones in, and I'll hear shit like this, and I'll just like die. I couldn't breathe the first time I heard that one.
Like me right now.
There's also
shit.
There was also one, I wasn't expecting it. They opened up with a Captain Dickhead thing, and it's just,
my god.
when I was an ant, the ants came and tried to take my penis. I had put Dorito crumbs inside the like it was some long thing about ants tugging on his penis, and I was crying. But I'm by myself next to a vacuum cleaner, hoping no one's still in this office building gonna come out and see this fucking stupid housekeeper just having a stroke on the floor.
I hate whenever I hear something funny at work and I'm just
this
like
is like when I was
crying
walking
in
to
the
a
corner.
bathroom for 4 hours.
What did you say?
I said I hate when I'm at work and I'm just like laughing so hard from something I heard. I'm just like crying and like I'm trying to get my shit done, but like I like it. My stomach hurts so bad. There's so many tears in my eyes.
God.
I just like
Yeah,
I just have to like sit still and just like focus on not falling over.
There have been few things that have broken me while working, but I think
Jesse definitely broke me one time where I'm just fucking pretty much washing dishes and Jesse comes out like air humping the air and fucking start humping the machine and I'm looking at the camera the whole time and Jesse just looks up at the camera and moves boxes in front of the camera. And I'm like looking at them terrified as if I'm about to get like stabbed because they're definitely it's something definitely it's like Dan it's like Dan has seen that. you would know all that.
then it'd been like, oh, poor Tim.
Oh my kind of funny. God. And it was covered up for like a week.
Yeah, it stayed covered for a long time.
You said okay, wait. You did something when we worked for electric company that I think to this day I think about now and then and think it's hysterical now. Was you walked out and you had apparently done this to me and Jess. You walked out of the back and you went like this, like to the camera, just like the the like face of like in a porn when you just swallowed and just like you wipe the sides of your mouth just.
After you just fucking just got so much pussy juice on your face.
No, after they just like blew someone. The idea that get the last bit of cum off your face. No. They do this motion, and they did it when we walked out the back, just into view of the camera, and they were like, "Yeah, I did it to Jess last week." And like thinking about the idea of just walking out, the idea of doing this whenever you like leave a room with somebody, so that like if you get like arrested or something, you're like, "No, I swear." I was really doing it. Go look at the camera. You can see me just like wipe my mouth off afterwards. And they're just like, oh, here's evidence. How do you prove it? It's just so funny of a concept to me.
I'm like, go ahead, check my hands under a black light. There's still cum there from last night.
I assure you, there'll be cum on my hands.
I assure you,
that's not a good assurance. I don't like that assurance.
So, I went to Dollar General the other day, and I'm getting checked out. All I bought was a fucking monster, and as the cashier's checking me out, she's like, "Oh, do you know what happened exactly on this day?" And I was like, "No, what?" No. She's like, "My husband died." Thank God. 20 years of fucking suffering. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, I guess. Haha, funny. She's like, he looked like Tim the Tall Man Taylor. And I was like, I mean, I got called Tim the Tall Man Taylor. What?
I didn't, you were like mumbling, I didn't know what you said.
She was like, he looked like Tim the Tall Man Taylor. And I was like, oh, that's cool, I don't care. I was like, thanks for the
GG. Congrats.
Have fun with your dead husband.
I hate whenever people just randomly unload on me in public like that. It's like, I can't deal with my own problems, dude. Don't fucking talk to me about your own problems.
Oh, brother, don't you have friends to talk to?
Connor, you living? Look, your eyes are just like, your eyes look like they're like 50 pounds of weight.
They're not, oh my God. They're not functioning as...
That 10-pound weight's really hanging on your eyes. So
oh, if I tried to go to sleep right now, it would be blissful. It'd be so nice.
Alright, let me count. Hopefully, let me make you guys laugh. Me and one of my friends tried to go to the parkour gym a couple weeks ago, and I was driving on my way. It's actually might be the reason why I damaged one of my tires, actually, but. We were driving to the parkour gym. On our way there, there's like this dead ass deer in the middle of the street, and it's like kind of over like the lump of a hill. So like I'm coming over the hill, and the deer just kind of like appears. It's just kind of there. And it's already dead in the middle of the street, and it's like kind of bloated and like big. Yeah. My first instinct.
Okay.
When driving is if I can drive over this deer. My car can clear this deer.
Oh no.
My first instinct is just go over it.
Go for it.
Just go over it. So like there's like that split second of hesitation where I'm kind of like, and I just kind of like, just go for it. I just fucking go and hit this deer, and my car is like, I fucking drag my car to the side. And the deer just this deer in the back, and like my rearview mirror is just like tumbling into legs are doing splits. And I'm like, fuck! So I already knew I needed like an alignment and shit.
Dude, this looks like a fucking Skyrim fucking character glitching out in the fucking...
He just kind of like, he's kind of like, put his hand on the console or like the side. And when I told him, I was like, fuck, I thought I could just like clear it. And he was like, I thought you could too. I don't blame, I would have did the same thing. He could have just said that to make me feel better, but... And then a couple of seconds later,
oh no,
the smell kicked in.
That smell.
You ever run over something while you have your heat on? Okay. Oh my god, it was dead for like 2 days already too.
Okay, this is a thing You made me think of. If we're on the subject of roadkill now.
Fuck that deer up.
Fuck him up!
Yell.
Look at me, Connor.
No,
Connor,
I can't physically.
Connor, look
He's
at me.
been locked up for
No,
months.
hold on, Connor.
If you keep trying to make me do this, I'm gonna hit you.
Why didn't you pick up the helmets
What helmets?
when you knocked the helmets over?
I did. They fell over here.
No, when you were finding Left 4 Dead.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
this
I was
guy
there
came
for
home
that
and
one time.
I just
Yeah, I was just like, oh man, this guy.
There was just helmets everywhere, and we just made eye contact. And he just looked away.
What happened? Because I think Connor was looking for like a game that we were gonna play, that they were gonna play online, and he knocked the helmets over that were like on top of it, and he just like looks at the spilled helmets.
Hold on, real quick, to explain what the helmets are. Like,
It's a bunch of pictures of penis heads.
like a 50-cent piece size tiny plastic hockey helmet.
yeah,
Like you get in a quarter machine. Type.
Yeah.
yeah, I have all of them.
Yeah, for all the teams.
Well, I had all of them.
Before the spill. No.
Now I'm probably missing like at least half.
I mean, it's not like they're not still
31
here.
teams, all gone. Are you gonna find all 31 teams?
No.
Exactly.
So they spill, and Connor like looks at him like dead inside,
that's
just
that you
like
get-
this is
not gonna
the
clean up.
worst thing in the world. And then he just looks at Hunter and I, who just look at each other at like this man really made this decision.
No, what if I took 32?
No, you know what?
31 of your command
What if I
cards
put
and
a
threw
cigar
them around my
out?
room?
You okay, Tim?
Tim just fell down the stairs.
I want to hear him. You can hear him. Holy shit.
I wish we were recording for that.
You're rolling that one, my guy.
You good, mate?
How you feeling?
He jumped down the stairs and landed on a little mat. And the mat slid.
You fucking want me to pick up cigarettes now?
I thought we were being loud.
I fucking slipped a disc.
I have a hernia now.
I'm gonna be 2 inches shorter in the morning.
This episode's Tim gets a disc out of place or something.
Tim slips a disc.
Tim has a disc slip.
Can't slip a disc.
Disc slip.
You guys want to go disc slip?
Disc slip 2021. Oh yeah,
I was hoping I'd hit the back of my head off the step.
I just real quickly wanted to mention, I thought of why I didn't get the helmets, but this is already so much better. I think it was literally just that I was already high and was just like, I'm gonna let sober me deal with that, but I forgot before we got to sober me.
Hope you like listening to Knuckles pop,
Remember
cause
that one? I think in that episode that just went up. No, the one where episode 15, the one where I do acid. I think that's the one where you can hear me like break my neck. I do this. Oh no, it didn't go through. But you can hear Tim.
scoliosis.
You can hear Tim right after that. Like, I hope the fucking microphone heard you fucking break your neck.
And it did.
It's like,
So,
I yum.
what I was gonna say, because I don't like leaving stories untold,
Yeah.
especially when I mention that I have them, is roadkill. This keeps happening to me, where I'll drive down the road,
Yeah.
and there's like some relatively fresh roadkill.
Yeah.
Like it's barely decomposed. Like it's like barely an inconvenience level of death. And I'll not realize till too late, and I'll run it over. And you'll just so clearly hear the thud, and I'm just like, oh no, I don't like that. Because it's just so blunt and uncomfortable. There was one time that I was driving, and I'm going up the road, and the tiniest, most adorable bunny bolts out of the weeds, and I panic and swerve directly onto him.
Oh.
And I was just like, oh, I hope I'm wrong. And I look in the mirror, and there's just a little fucking leg on the ground.
Oh, and then you look like the asshole who swerves to hit
I
it.
swerved right over it. And I felt
was
so bad.
driving to Walmart and a fucking cat comes bolting out and it fucking didn't have a chance.
Did I ever tell the story about when I hit that possum? Okay, well,
I guess not. I was trying to force out a no.
I was coming home from work one day and there was a possum. I was literally,
Yeah, you go out there with an axe can and you.
close. I was 15 seconds away from my house. I could literally almost see my house. I was almost parked at my house. This possum runs out in front of my car and I run over its head in front of like my neighbor's house. He was just sitting there for a second. I tried to let him pass and he wasn't moving. And it was like such a weird time, like an awkward amount of time. I was like, I'm just gonna go. And the second I go, he's like, and it's like,
He's like, time to go.
yeah, and he's like, right over his noggin. And I'm like, fuck. But I go down and I'm like, I want to make sure he's dead. So like, I don't want to
see the death.
I don't want to leave him alive. And I'm happy I did because I go down, I turn back around, and I go back up to where he was, and he's sitting there, stood up in a puddle of his own blood, with blood just coming out of his jaw, with his jaw hanging off. And I was like,
Man.
fuck. So, since my house was right there, I went down to my house, and I caught a machete. Went back up the street, and I found him. I don't want to laugh, this sounds fucked up. But like, you gotta laugh at shit. Yeah. I'm laughing too.
Laugh through the trauma.
No, listen, I had this thought of like if one of your neighbors was just looking out the window.
As you come back, as you hit him, as you come back, as you leave, come back with a machete.
You come back on foot.
Over the hill, just.
Yeah.
Like it's just he's sitting there and he's just like, oh great, that hunger kid just hit that. Oh, he's still alive. Oh, he went home. It's fine.
Fucking 5 minutes later.
So
I just like picture you like coming out like a fucking Neanderthal, just time to die, possum.
So I go back, and the possum, he's sitting there with like,
He's just vibing.
he's trying to limp away, and he's like leaving a big trail of blood.
And I was just like, hey, can't run from me, buddy.
Yeah, I was like, you ain't getting far.
Grabs it by the tail.
I didn't want to hit my machete off of the ground and like break the machete and have to like, I don't know, break my fucking sword and go back and get another one or shoot him. So I wait until he tries to like.
Why is it shoot him your first instinct?
Because it's loud in front of the neighbor's house. You're legally not allowed to shoot a gun in front of someone's house.
I guess, but I love the thought that you could just have this over with in a second, but instead you're...
You can't just fire.
Yeah, you can't shoot a gun.
Just spell a firearm right in the fucking
How
neighborhood.
much bullets
Dude,
are it too?
Dude, I've watched people put down gophers with a machine gun.
On their
Yeah,
property.
Indiana.
No, my neighbor.
On their property?
Yeah.
On their property.
This was someone else's property that I don't know.
I didn't... I was misinterpreting how this was the whole...
Yeah, there's
But I just
some
like
person
the
I
fact
don't know
that you
his house.
found it like a reason to justify coming at this thing with a machete. That's the part that's funny to me.
Well, it crawls behind their car. It's behind their
So
car.
you do have to drag it out.
No, it goes like it crawls into a grass patch right behind their car, like behind it, not under it. So he's just sitting there, and I'm like, "This is as close I'm gonna get to grass." I fucking cut its head off. Fucking the next day I drive by and there's a fucking possum body with its head next to it, right behind their car.
Not only do those guys get to find that, but I'm still picturing the person in the window watching.
I hope
crawl right in the car and you go behind just machete.
I hope they sent their kid out to play.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I went to work and I came back and it was gone. So
Dude.
they had to deal with it.
I hope they sent their kid out to play and they were like, look what I found, Mom! And just brings in a possum head. Caitlin, where did you get that?
We had
Sorry,
we had coyotes in our area.
there are Codys in them woods.
Yeah, well, they
Can I throw
left
in
it.
one last horrible detail?
Sure.
It was a very dull machete.
Did it make loud noises?
Or
Yeah.
was it more?
Yeah,
I
it
was gonna say,
suffered.
was it more of just a?
It sounded like a movie. Whatever you think of a movie machete chop into a neck sounds like, yeah. It was pretty fucking close.
With the howling of
that's
a
great.
suffering possum.
I don't think he was doing any howling after the tire.
That's fair. You ain't got no
I'm
job!
doing it a favor.
Dude,
homie.
you slapped his vocal cords
It was
clean out of them.
suffering.
That-
You had to make it suffer.
That's
a
what
little
everyone
bit.
says, even though like I can't help but laugh like a fucking psychopath. They're like, you did the right
you did
thing.
the right thing. Even though it was brutal, but you still did the right thing.
It's
That's the
pretty
thing is,
fucking
like-
metal, Hunter.
That's the thing is, I don't even particularly care. It's like that.
I don't care.
I don't care about this
Yeah.
possum. I just did it for the street cred.
I don't mean it like that. I mean it like I don't. It's not something that keeps me up at night. Like some people like run over a rabbit on accident. And
Oh
they're
my
like,
god, yeah.
Why you gotta make fun of
My
me?
sibling had a mental breakdown
Yeah.
because they ran over a rabbit. They were like, I literally cannot function for the rest of the day. And I'm like, it's a rabbit.
Yeah, I went and cut a possum's
It's
head off with my own
rabbits.
hand, and I went to sleep more soundly.
Smoked a cigarette.
Yeah.
Wild animals are different than like a cat. Like if I hit a cat, even knowing full well there's an insane amount of like
I had to put my
Feral.
feral cats, I my brain would just be like, oh, that could have been someone's pet.
I just hit a dog like one of the first times I started driving, and I remember I was driving back from Walmart, and a dog runs into the middle of the street, and I slam on my fucking brakes, and you can see its like face look at me like terrified, and I was like,
You got lucky because you
and I proceeded to go and killed it.
I took out my shovel and I beat its head in.
No, I just kind of like was like,
I was going on a drive with a buddy, and it was in West Virginia, and we were on like this back road, and then we came across this dog just in the middle of the street with no collar, and we're like, where's your owner? There's no houses around here. Like, what the? There's just this dog. Oh, this is another story real quick.
fucking
Yeah.
talking, love. You need to talk a little bit louder.
No, okay, so basically, just we spent like 15 minutes trying to pick up enough speed, but this dog kept running in front of the car, and we were like, oh my god, we can't just like hit this dog.
That bit about like a dog coming up to you and you're like, where is your owner? Happened here to me. I was outside in your yard and a dog just what the fuck?
I'm biting my mustache hairs.
Yo, you're doing that with like fucking wide eyes.
No,
Like,
just-
you're sitting there like,
I'm listening, love. You got my attention.
Okay, no.
but I'm out in Tim's yard and the dog like comes up out of nowhere, sniffs me, and is basically
Tim doesn't have a dog.
yeah. I'm like, who the fuck's dog is this?
By cars.
Yeah.
And it sniffs me and gives me this look of like, nah, you're not who I'm looking for, and starts to walk off, and I'm just like, should
Like, what the
I
fuck?
go get the dog? I like turn it off for 5 seconds, look back, and the dog is already gone.
No, okay, so I when I got back, I was gonna come down and be like, guys, I'm a little terrified. Because on my way back, I had stopped to get gas and food at Sheetz. So I had forgotten my charger, so I came back, I cut across your folks' road. And you know how we talk about, under that bridge pass, if there's a car broken down.
You don't help it.
Yeah, no. There was a truck broken down, and I just went right past it, and then it started pulling out behind me, and then I sped up and went around the turn, and then the rest of the time on that road, no headlights came up behind me, and I was like, get me out of here!
Well, you have fun with that noise later. But
Chill.
But I know what you're talking about. That happens to me all the fucking time. Like, they'll be right behind me, I'll make a turn, and then just no more lights.
I hate it. I
Yep.
hate it.
Yeah, I would come around. There's a really sharp turn bend, and then you go to the bridge. I remember I was going, and I seen lights coming the other way. They just
Never showed up?
never shut up.
Yeah,
His
I don't
fucking
like
car.
that. I don't like.
That road's creepy, man.
Yeah. I love it. It makes me so happy.
Even walking there, like, in
It's
the morning, gives that eerie
No,
feeling.
listen, that road is the best example of how I feel like a nice country area is. In the middle of, like, during the day and watching the sunrise there, it is gorgeous. When that sun goes down, it is terrifying. It is the absolute, like, it's eerie. It always feels like there's something in the woods just out of view. And there are lights and sounds to no end. The reason this what doesn't help is there's like 3 different construction sites for different companies on that road.
Yeah, there really
So
is.
much of this stuff could easily just be some dickhead employee being an asshole in the distance, and it's echoing down here. But it's so odd when you hear part of like a word and you're alone for miles.
You guys remember Mount Jaffa?
Mountain to foot.
Yeah, for those of you, for 90% of everybody will fucking never know what we're talking about. So, Mount Jaffa.
It's gone now.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
gone. It's completely gone.
Yep.
Was basically like, it was a construction site,
It was a quarry.
but it was like a bunch of rocks piled up on each other. We would just go there and we would climb the rocks and sit down and just talk. And like sometimes it would be like a really hard climb because you have rocks that will tumble. It was pretty dangerous.
Yeah, they'll
Definitely not allowed to be there.
Oh yeah, no, wildly illegal. Wildly
Didn't you say
illegal.
there was dogs there?
There was dogs there at one point,
There's
and
also
then like,
dogs
it
at this
slowly
other place
started.
that I
The
went to.
piles slowly started going away, and but yeah, we would always go up there like once in a blue moon and chill. We would throw rocks at each other. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, this is all predates me.
Yeah, it does predate you.
There's this place called, I don't know if I should, fuck it, I'll tell. It's called Carry Furnace, and they're actually remodeling it for like to do some public stuff. They hold concerts there now, kind of sometimes, and like festivals and like art shows, and it's like a history museum, or it's going to be a history museum. But for a while, it was just broken down and dilapidated, and no one like went there for anything. And me and my friends would always go in there and explore it and like spray paint and climb, because it was an old like glass mill factory. And we always called it the steel mill, but it's not a steel mill; it's a blast factory of some sort. But one time the person who like showed me that place would always say there was like dogs there and like rabid dogs that like roam around, and I'd be like, yeah, whatever. That's what like everyone says. But like, yeah, it's just like some shit you'd say like, oh, there's dogs, so you gotta watch out. Like, you can't be there where there's dogs.
Yes, that's what everyone says.
Yeah, it's just like whatever. There's fucking alright. There's dogs.
Holy shit, that's lightheaded.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Huh.
I got really lightheaded.
And then we ended up going there one night, and we're there. He's just like, fuck, let's go to the steel mill. We're there one night, and like we hear like 5 or 6 like dogs like snarling, and because there's a big. There's a lot of woods like behind it, and there's like 7 foot. Imagine like Pokemon grass, like 7-foot grass, like you just have to like trudge through. It's not 7 foot, but it's like really tall, and like you just can't. If there's something in there, you can't see it.
Yeah.
And we heard like a bunch of dogs growling, and like instantly I was like, "Oh, there's dogs here. I get it." And instantly my pants filled with shit. And we just like picked up like machetes and rocks, and we're like, alright, I guess we're gonna walk back to the place, and if we have to fuck up a dog or two, we're gonna fuck up a dog or two, or we're gonna die.
Earthbound in this bitch.
Fuck up a dog or two, we gotta.
Did I tell a story about Kyle's like weird shack place?
And there's a dude following.
Yeah.
Or people were there.
No.
Well, no. I was thinking. I don't know if this was in that one because I definitely told that for. I probably stole it for a different reason, but just the fact that like I had looked out at one point and there was a guy just in the woods, like up in this area where we weren't, but he was like up a little far where you wouldn't notice, and he was just looking the opposite direction, and I'm looking out this window staring at him, like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, I know it's weird that we're up here, but I know why we're up here. I do not know. I cannot fathom why he's up here. And he's just facing the opposite direction. I just like slowly close him. I was like, let's turn the music down for a bit. And I look back out like 10 minutes later. He's just gone.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It was uncomfy.
But Spook Central.
Do you remember that time it was the four of us when we went to that one abandoned place, and there was like the bridge that underneath it had the and it had like the railing that was bent from like people hitting it, and I'm like,
there's this bridge right next to my house. It's an old water plant, but like above the water plant there's a super tall bridge, and like there's only like one spot where the railing underneath lines up with the bridge on top, and that one specific spot where the railing lines up, it's bent like fuck because some dude jumped off and fucking hit it.
we saw a deer down there.
We
did.
did see it.
We helped it. We got it away, didn't we?
We kind of coerced it back into the water to.
Well, it was like
crossed though. It was
Yeah.
stuck before, wasn't it?
I mean, it was just kind of doing weird stuff. It was stuck in the water. I cornered against a wall, and then it saw us and shit itself.
We were at the top of the wall, and at the bottom of the wall is this little bit of land that the deer's sitting on, because the deer's like, I washed up here, afraid of water, and it saw possible predators above it, and was like, water it is, going in the water.
Yeah. But like,
we helped it. We showed up and scared it shitless.
It was really
enough to
cold.
go.
I get froze.
I like the fact that I'm just now thinking about the fact that like the little bit of water it was at connects to a waterfall, so there would have been the realest. Yeah, that was like the realest opportunity that we were just gonna scare a deer into falling over a waterfall.
Oh man, we almost definitely did. Oh, I feel bad. That deer died.
Hunter was doing parkour like above like a fucking thing where there was no like railings or anything.
I mean,
like you fall, you're pretty much fucking dead.
I was walking across. It was like scaffolding, kind of going across like a water.
Well, me and Hunter also went onto this like fucking bridge that was like.
What? Just say it.
57.
Are we doing another one after this?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I even saved one of my topics.
Okay, I saved a couple as well. I was gonna say, alright, just finish this story.
Yeah. So me and Hunter went with a few of his friends, and it was like to this bridge, and it was fucking high up, and like we were crossing. There's nowhere like railing for a little bit, and I had this big ass book bag. Because
I took you guys the easy way.
And I was trudging on this bridge, and Jesse's friend, Glasses and fucking, and Gay Bobby and
You mean Hunter's friend?
yeah, they're Hunter's friends.
What kind of fucking wizard?
Did that to shit.
All right, well, it's less impressive, but anyway,
To Connor.
yeah, and we're chilling there.
Me too.
And we're going across the bridge, and I want to go like hop over the railing to get like to where the safe side is, and my bag weighed me down, and I slipped a little bit, and I was like, ah!
Oh, that bridge.
Yeah, and I was like, I slipped, I'm fucking dead, dude. The fuck?
Fuck. Yeah, that bridge is
Terrifying.
At least you went across it though, because I don't know if that bridge will be there for much longer.
Yeah, like
It's fucking falling apart.
yeah, it has
I'd
some.
love to go to back to that place with the suicide.
That's right next to my house.
I'd love to go back there.
Next time you're in
Yeah,
there.
it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, like that bridge.
Ever take you
fucking
guys to the cement factory?
No, I don't think so. I've only been one place with you, and it was that bridge.
Oh, I'm taking you guys to the cement factory is just as far away as the bridge.
Okay.
I mean, it's like a little farther. It's like a minute or two farther.
Cool.
But yeah, it's it. You guys want to call it
Yeah,
here?
I mean,
We'll
I guess
start.
it's
Fucking lock the bunker!
I'm gonna say it. Watch next episode to hear the story I'm about to tell. Where the story is, I found a.
Oh!
Connor just broke his knee
really trying to make it pop, and when it finally did, it was so much fucking pent up force.
I heard it. That was loud.
This is just a bunch of clutter and noise.
Yeah.
And this is what we
I'm trying to promote something.
Sorry.
I'm gonna tell a story where I found a dog on a railroad track with its head cut off.
Oh, whoa.
I didn't cut the dog's head off, nor did anyone I know. It was already half decomposed, but it's a story, and stay tuned next week.